This is another brief revision on yet another probability idea we learned from the junior form. This is the expected value. Now, the expected value is the average result per game in the long run, right? If you keep on playing the game for a long time, on average, every time you expect to have this value, that is the expected value, right? Now, it is not the most likely outcome. Please try to contrast between these two ideas. The most likely outcome is the most likely, right? It is the one with the highest probability, but it is not always the expected value, right? The calculation of the expected value is to find the value, the amount, the result, the outcome of each event, all right? And then you multiply to its corresponding probability. So that is one pair of product. If you have 10 events, you add up the sum of all these products. If there are 4 events, you add up 4 such product pairs, all right? And that is the expected outcome. That is the outcome every time you play the game, you perform the task in the long run, on average, all right? So say, for example, now you see there's a wheel of fortune in this example, right? If you play this wheel of fortune, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, right? But most likely you are going to lose. You will lose $1 or maybe you lose $5, right? It's more likely that you will lose, all right? But however, when you win big. You win 10, you win 50. All right, so we'll see whether it is worthwhile or how worthwhile is it to play this wheel of fortune. All right. Notice that there are 4 events. We have the purple, the yellow, the orange, and the green events. All right. For each event, there is a outcome. Right. The outcome will be losing $1. All right, and times the probability. The corresponding probability for the purple event will be, the probability on the pie chart will be 150 out of 360. All right. That is the purple event. All right. You lose $1 when you hit that event. The probability of hitting that event is 150 out of 360. And then we have the yellow event, the orange, and then the green event. All right. So these are the 4 events. The expected value is the sum of all these events. All right, you just add them up together. All right, and if I'm not mistaken, it is $5. Oh, I'm sorry, it is $5, which means that on average, we expect if you play the game one time, on average you will gain $5, right? But you will not gain $5 by just playing the game one time. I mean, if you play the game 1,000 times, all right, then in the long run you are expect to gain $5,000 because you expect to win $5 every time. All right, so if you play the game 1,000 times, on average you will win $5,000. Right? So that is the meaning of the expected value, right? But most likely you will lose. You will lose like $1 or $5 every time. All right, but in the long run, because you have win 10 or maybe 50 sometimes, all right, so in the long run you are expect to gain $5 every time you win, you play this game. So that is the idea of the expected value, right? And next page, there's a past paper question. So there are 3 events, right? One event in red, one in yellow, and then one in white, right? This is the white event. Okay, so now let's look at the probability in each event. We have red, yellow, and white. The value, the expected outcome, the value for each event will be 90, 20, and 10 respectively. All right, when you draw the yellow ball, you win 20 tokens. So that is the value, the outcome of that particular event. And then we also look at the probability. There are altogether 1 and 3 and 6. There are altogether 10 balls. Right? To draw the red ball, the probability will be 1 over 10. All right, for the red. And similarly, it is 3 over 10 for the yellow and 6 over 10 for the white. All right. So overall, the expected outcome will be 90 times 1 over 10. And then 20 times 3 over 10, and then 10 times 6 over 10. All right, we add up these pairs together, and that is the expected value. There are 21 tokens. It's the expected value of this particular outcome. All right. Note that you will not get 21. anytime you play the game. You only get, sometimes you get 90, sometimes you get 21, sometimes you get 10, alright? But on the average, you are going to gain 21 tokens every time you play the game. Okay, so this is the revision on expected value.